YouTube is up and rolling.
Shabam.
Going hot. 3, 2, 1. It's another day. It's another podcast. Welcome, everybody.
Another day goes by.
And there's Adam Komar. Welcome to episode 95.
Indeed, sir.
5 more and we'll be at 100.
Oh, snap.
It's a small victory.
3 digits?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to make it to 2.
We almost didn't make it to 10. Look at us now. Still trucking along. It's a long and winding road.
You've gotten very musical lately.
We have. I get Coleman on, guitars start coming out and everything, but Coleman's not here. He's probably at an open mic.
And there's a guitar at every location now. So
There is. Have you been practicing any?
No.
No?
No.
Man.
I've been, I worked on Owen's app, and then I've been trying to get work on the podcast apps, so that's been the focus.
Yeah, you've been pretty busy. Yes, see, that's kind of your deal. You're wrapped up in a ton of shit for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the lone IT guy working pro bono.
Yeah.
You're taking care of the Whiskey Brothers website. You're taking care of...
Well, just their app. I'm not doing their website stuff. Just their
Is
app.
Slade doing the website?
I don't know who's doing it now, but it's improved from last time I saw it. It's their latest version's pretty good. I don't know who's doing it, but it's pretty good. Pretty well done. So.
And so you're still doing the app. You're doing Owen Dunn's app.
Yeah.
And Owen Dunn's app is pretty fucking fun.
It's something goofy that...
We had a good time with it last podcast. And I'll actually promote a little bit of Owen Dunn, which eventually will get him on the podcast. He's actually doing a YouTube web series called Apartment 8.
Yeah. He's got a few web series on YouTube.
Yeah, he does. He reviews video games.
And fast food.
And fast food, but he's actually doing an acting in.
He does a sketch thing.
A sketch deal. They're 3 minutes long. He's got 8 episodes out right now called Apartment 8, and they're pretty funny. and that's something I was talking to Adam. I was like, we should do something similar to that. I mean, because we've been talking about doing something else on YouTube for a while,
other than just the episodes. Yeah. We can do something, but
I think it'd be great to do a Killers for Hire type of website, just a really goofy, dark comedy type shit, where it's basically we sit down, with people who are trying to kill their significant others, and all right, well, it's going to be at least $25,000, but don't worry, we have a payment plan. We have
enter your promo code.
Yeah. Wife Killer 295. I think I don't know. We'll have to fuck around, see what we can do with that.
Okay.
I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. If you do it right.
Yeah, if done right.
And us doing things right. Not so much. I don't know about our track record on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still tech savvy as I am. I run the podcast sound. That's about as technical as I get. Everything else has to go on your end. I don't even know how to mix this shit down.
It's really not hard.
Yeah, I can record video. That's not a problem. It's doing all the other shit.
Yeah.
All the editing is the big kicker.
It's really not that hard. I'm just lazy.
No. Oh, does that mean that episode 94 is not up yet?
It's not up yet. No. I meant to do it today, but it didn't happen.
Just letting y'all folks know.
Yeah, it's my fault this time.
Yeah, and we did put it out on the web. We're recording 95 tonight here at the Double G Ranch, and somebody wants a shout out. I believe it's Tony.
Tony Pate.
Tony Pate.
Tony's a good descriptor. Yeah.
Is that tying rope, dude?
Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Tying rope.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I did a wedding on 420 last Sunday. That was on Easter Sunday. Yeah, we was getting fucked up on Easter Sunday. It was great. It was all family, and we had a traditional guest wedding, which was fucking.
Yeah. The East Owner Bunny was there.
Well, yes. The bride and groom, Travis and Sam. That. They did it on 420 for a reason. They smoked pot. No big deal.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. It's whatever. But what's funny is like they booked this clubhouse for whatever reason, and they did it. They're gonna have so many people. They didn't want cops there, so they said there wouldn't be any drinking. So of course, we got that in the flyer. No drinking allowed at this deal, and I'm like, okay, no, whatever. So I pack a nice chest full of beer, because that's the thing to do. It's like I'll find a solo cup. I had a styrofoam cup, and I was like, hey, if people are like, wanting to keep it down on the down low, I'll have a couple beers standby.
Yeah.
I roll up there, and everybody's fucking drinking. So like my uncle, he's throwing back beers in solo cups, and my cousin Sunny, who runs the Chantilly room, she's out there. She has an entire wet bar on a tailgate back behind this place, and she's serving up shots and I mean getting everybody fucked up before the wedding ever starts. Because when a wedding's on 420, go ahead and count it to be starting 2 hours after the fact that it's supposed to start. Yeah. So I'm half drunk before I ever do the vows.
Here's the day.
I wanted to start it like that. I really did. I've always wanted to start a wedding. We are gathered here today, and do the traditional black gospel.
Yeah.
But the cool
ladies and gentlemen.
The cool thing with Sam, like way before, was like you can say whatever you want. As long as you'll marry us, you can say whatever. And I did. And I was just like blatantly out there about all kinds of shit. I wasn't Rainbows and Lollipops wedding. I like did the whole spill. I was like, somebody once asked me what the secrets of a long and happy marriage were. Secret number one is honesty up front between a man and woman. So Travis, you should look at Sam and go, hey, I'm a man. I'm pretty fucking stupid. I'm going to make some bad decisions. And Sam, you should look at Travis and go, hey, I'm a woman. I'm crazy. And I'm going to be irrational for no fucking reason whatsoever. Rule number 2, why are old folks together so long? They put up with each other's shit. And I was like, no exceptions, nothing. They take whatever the problem is, they overcome it. Yeah. Generations nowadays, they go, oh, I don't have to put up with that shit. No, that's not part of the fucking vows. It's for better or worse. Yeah. Not till the money runs out, or not till he goes and drinks too much, or not. I mean, it's fucking whatever comes down the line. And so I got to say all that, and then I went into the vows and did the whole redneck spill, and that was pretty fun. I actually added in some of the lines. I think part of the vows were. Let's see, for better or worse, if you're wiping your ass with $100 bills or rolling your pennies for gas money, and will you hunt with him and fish with him, even though that she may be better at it than you are? I put all that shit in the vows. Nice. Yeah. And at the end of it, I was just like, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now make out like gross heathens. And it was a good fucking wedding. Yeah, I enjoyed. Sounds fun, man. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Yeah. I had everybody going, oh, we should have got him for our wedding. I was like, you should have. And, and like always, I was gonna do the wedding totally pro bono for free because it's family. Yeah. And my uncle got me another bottle of Yellow Rose, which, he goes, you know how much that shit costs? I was like, yeah. I go, you didn't have to get it. He goes, yeah, but I saw you post up somebody, you're booking another wedding, and I saw that you charge a bottle of whiskey. And I was like, I'm the whiskey reverend. And I was like, that doesn't mean you're family. And he's like, well, I went ahead and got it. It's $40 a bottle. I was like, yeah.
It's not that bad. For whiskey, it's not that bad.
Well, for my family that have drank... those guys drink some cheap shit. Yeah. And, which, in between us talking and doing shit, we'd run out to the truck and we'd all pass around a bottle of Jack Daniels. Yeah. I love my family. That's good people.
Regular bottle of Jameson's like $25.
Same thing for a bottle of Jack Daniels. It's about $25.
Yeah. I've been getting Gentleman Jack lately, though.
Yeah. That it's a little bit more. It's more in the $35 range.
Yeah, something like that. But it's worth it.
It's a double charcoal filtered. Yeah. For extra smoothness.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
My dad's always called that shit liquid cocaine. That shit will put you down.
Yeah. There's about 4 bottles of it, mostly empty, on my fridge.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bottle saver. I don't know why, but
why not?
It's empty, and I put it on top of the fridge and it stays there.
I saw it. Yeah. I got I'm a big fan of Yellow Rose now because I love the whiskey. I've got the $12 reserve bottle that I've yet to uncork because it's really fucking special. There's only 52 of them in the world, but the one he got me was the Yellow Rose Rye, which is like my fucking heroin. And I started hitting it a little bit just straight out of the bottle. I was just like, fuck, no ice, no cups, just straight out of the bottle. Yeah. And so I drank like a 30-pack at this wedding, plus all the whiskey and shots.
Yeah.
And like Jana was just like, "Are you getting fucked up at this wedding?" And I was just like, "Yep." And she goes, "Why?" I go, "It's a guest wedding.
Yeah.
This is my people."
It's tradition.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not sticking around until clothes start coming off, but I'm just saying. And it was a damn good party.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, that my cousin Sydney, she's already had some rough troubles. She's been a hellion, and she's 15 years old. She was there, and she's been like in and out of the joint type shit, and yeah. So like I was trying to set her straight on all the bullshit that she's doing. I was just like, "What you think you are is fucking ridiculous," and I started like
a lot of quotes.
Well, her deal, she just posted something up a second ago about she's trying to do her GED, and she's like, "This shit is hard." And I was like, "You know what's harder? Doing life without it.
Without at least that much.
Without at least that much.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like, during, I think it was before the wedding, I was out there, and she was talking shit. Because she kept calling me fat ass, and I kept calling her a bitch. But
family.
It's family. And so I was like, "I can take you, girl." And she was like, "Come on, I've been in the joint. What's up? I beat the hell out of hoes." She kind of talks like that.
Yeah.
She talks real ghetto. So I was just like, "Get up." And like I shadow boxed, and she was trying to be quick and shit, and I was just slapping the dog shit out of her. I was like, "You know what? I'm fat, but I'm fast as fuck." And she goes, "Man, you fast for a fat guy." So I was like, "She's underage, so I can't just haul off and knock her teeth out, but I can slap the shit out of her a little bit." We had a good time.
Yeah, I got a couple of cousins, female cousins that are like that. That entire family is country redneck, but those two are just super ghetto.
Yeah.
For no reason at all.
For no reason. I don't get it.
One of them finally got their shit together and started doing shit right.
That's good.
But the other one's still just downhill, and you know what's going to happen. But I'm just standing back and watching. I'm like, this is material. Holy shit.
Well, the guy who got married, Travis, I thought he was kind of in the same boat for a long time. This is Jerry's son. Okay, so you can only imagine a son of Jerry is possibly like. For those who have not met my Uncle Jerry, you should.
Good times.
Yeah, it's good times. He's kind of like a celebrity, little port. But you know, it's like Travis kind of like came up his own way, and for a long time. I was wondering where he was going to end up, because I was like, it's either prison or death or something. I mean, he was going down a bad road.
Yeah. And
so like I kept trying to talk to him, but he was at that age I couldn't really say shit. He was going to do whatever he wanted.
Who had mental institute in the pool?
Well, and until he ran into Sam, his fiance, she really straightened him out. Like even though they smoke pot, like that's at least the only thing he's doing now compared to fucking freebasing cocaine like he was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit that I didn't agree with. There was some shit back in the day I participated in. I mean in the cocaine days with my family, there was a couple times I'd do it with them. But nowadays I got too much riding.
The Bloody Gun Club is a complete work of fiction.
I had way too much riding on it now to do any of that shit anymore. But since he got with Sam, his life turned around. He's a country boy, and he's a good kid now. And that's where I'm seeing a lot of this generation is like, they're fucking up, but if they catch their snap, they'll turn out okay for some fucking reason. They don't look like it, but maybe they will.
Yeah.
There's hope.
They have that switch moment, or they don't.
Well, I think it happened right around like 22. Yeah. That age of 22. Now they're starting to have to be responsible.
Yeah.
It's not all rap video nonsense like they've been like getting shoved down their throat all through their teen years. As soon as they have to be responsible, it's like, oh shit, now we actually have to do something with our lives.
Yeah. It's
kind of weird. It's fucked up. It's not like when I was growing up. I wasn't acting like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a different. Is that a different generation than us? It's got to be something there. Is that the tail end of our generation?
You might look at the border between us and the millennials.
Mm-hmm.
The instant gratification. You get that from cocaine.
I need more now.
Yeah. I think it's probably what you're looking at there. Is that we got to do shit now? I want it my way right now. It's entitlement. There's a lot of entitlement.
There's a lot of entitlement for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're hot shit they haven't done shit in their life ever.
Yeah.
Because they've been handed everything instantly for their entire lives.
Yeah.
And now that you get in the real world and shit doesn't work that way.
They never really had to struggle for it.
No, not at all.
You know, they never had to save up for it, wait for it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I was taught at a long age. Save everything and then eventually get what you want.
Yeah, I wasn't taught that.
Oh, yeah.
I was taught just enjoy the moment, and that's what I've been doing.
Enjoying the moment doesn't pay the bill.
Yeah, that's why I live in a shitty apartment.
Hey, man, if we can get you in a shitty trailer, we'll be moving up.
Right.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah.
A shitty trailer would be a step up from my apartment.
Nah,
so.
you need to own it, though. You need to own that fucking shitty trailer. None of this renting bullshit.
I need some, it's got to have central heat and air. Like, I can't do the window unit bullshit.
The window unit sucks, man. Yeah. It really does suck.
There's these small little, like, tiny houses and duplexes in the Heights that,
it's all window units.
Yeah, and as soon as I drive by, see for rent, window unit, fuck that. I don't care how cheap it is. I'm not doing a fucking window unit.
Central heat and air conditioning. I mean, the heat, not so much in the wintertime.
The heat I ain't worried about. I'll bundle up some covers.
Yeah, we got more blankets, you know. But
you can always throw on more blankets, but you can only take off so many clothes.
Yeah. AC in Houston, like you will die if you do not have AC in Houston in the summertime. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah. There's a lot of reports in Texas during the summer of people dying of heat stroke.
Yeah.
But just because of it's just that hot. Like it's not just dehydration.
That's why I still think all the electrical companies, they cannot turn your power off in the summertime.
There's like a 3 or 4 month period where they're not allowed to turn your power off.
Yeah, it's like as soon as it starts cooling off, like after September, then they'll shut your fucking power off. But they know people will die without some kind of AC because it gets so fucking hot down here.
Ridiculously hot. No. But
that's how it is, man. That's how it is.
It's at least I'm actually happy the heat's coming back around. You will never, like, as hot as it gets, I will never complain about the heat because I enjoy it.
You will.
You
will see it from me because I am fat and I don't do.
Right.
I don't do. I step outside and start sweating. Fuck this day. Fuck the day. Fuck this whole summer.
I'll complain all day long about the 2 weeks of cold we get, but I'll never complain about the heat.
I really don't complain too much about temperatures because I know it's fucking Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, just this spring that we've had, 30 degrees, 90 degrees, 30 degrees, 90 degrees. I mean, it's jumped back and forth so many times. I'm like, you know what? We should expect this.
And there's still people who wonder why their allergies are fucked up. I'm like, it's 90 today. It was 30 yesterday. You're going to be a little fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Expect
it. You can't acclimate at all to it.
You don't have enough time to it to adjust.
No, fuck it. Yeah. You can't do it. All right, folks, we got to take our first break. We got music coming at you from Randy Rogers Band, right off their new CD, Trouble. And this one is Fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
It's Fuzzy. And we'll see y'all right after the break.
Woo.
Woo! And while you're at it, go check out BloodyGunClub.com.
Yes.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it.
And the Whiskey Brothers.
Do it.
All right, bye.
Do it.
We'll see you in a minute.
Do it.
Or whatever the fuck.
Do it.
All right.
Do it. T-shirt. I have sex daily. I mean dyslexia.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to have Justin Thompson back on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking about it. He had a few weeks that he was busy, so he couldn't. But
that's still one of my favorite episodes when he sat on 40 acres in the podcast.
Didn't we do a double that night?
We might have.
That's when Tay got called out.
Yeah, things went south. Wow. Teen hides a loaded 4-inch gun in her vagina.
Yeah, I could see that.
From Tennessee.
I mean, the average guy is 5 to 7, so 4 inches is. Now my question is, did she have it loaded when she hid it in there? That was just.
She did.
There's no condom that will protect you from that shot.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that after the break.
Sure.
Look out. I love long walks on the beach with my girlfriend. Until the LSD wears off and I realize I'm just dragging a stolen mannequin around a Wendy's parking lot.
Oh, that one. The 16-year-old boy hid in the wheel well of a plane.
I heard about that.
I think it was California to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And survived. No. I'd rather be in hell with Slayer than in heaven with Creed. It's truly nerdy.
It's a capacitor.
Yeah, join the resistance. Om.
Ah.
Om.
That is. Oh, that's
pretty nerdy.
Super nerdy.
That's pretty nerdy.
I thought it was a mousetrap for a second.
Dallas Archer? That's a porn name.
Yep.
Oh, I do dare to read more.
When a Tennessee woman was arrested for driving without a license.
I'd do her.
I haven't found a picture of her.
You have to follow the link. There's a link, the read more link at the bottom.
Oh, there we go. Yep. Sounds like the type.
You'll have to explain that gun to me. We'll do it on air, but...
It's a Derringer. 22 Magnum. Oh, 22. Yep, 22 long rifle.
North American Arms 22 LR revolver, loaded.
LR stands for long rifle. It shoots these, which are highly rare right now.
Okay. The lead tip?
Yep.
The owner said he noted he would eventually like the little fellow return, but added the weapon would require a bath in bleach.
Syphilis pistol.
Sorry, there's a horrible pun there. Archer, seen in the above mugshot, was charged with gun possession and introducing contraband into a penal facility. Put the gun in her vagina in a penal facility. There's a horrible pun there.
Yeah, there is.
Oh wow, something like this has happened at least twice before. Open a new tab. Open a new tab. Yep, people in the comments are hitting on the penal facility. It gives new meaning to a gun having a hair trigger. At 4 inches in length, it comes off as half-cocked.
It's 4.5 inches, but we'll call it average.
I have heard of shooting your mouth off, but this takes on a whole new meaning. The puns. I'm just reading all the comments. Probably a leftover from the last guy that shot his load. I just say that out loud just to process it. Let's see what the other two were. July last year, Oklahoma woman who had loaded handguns concealed her vagina.
This comes off the website, The Smoking Gun.
The smoking pole. It's happened before. July last year, Oklahoma woman who had a loaded handgun concealed in her vagina. She was arrested earlier this year on a drug charge. Has been sentenced to 25 years in state prison. Blah blah blah. What kind of gun was it? She was a meth addict. Oklahoma. Yeah, I get it. Uh, 25 caliber semi-automatic pistol and a loaded magazine.
That's a good bit bigger.
Five-shot revolver with rounds in the chamber. Handguns, blah 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 blah. Investigators simply identified the weapon as a Freedom Arms 22 caliber handgun, which was loaded with 3 live rounds and 1 spent shell. The police report notes that the gun located in suspect vagina. Freedom Arms 22 caliber handgun. That's what it was. Doesn't mean anything to me, but it might mean something to you. No. Oh, there's that story. Where's the other one? That one maybe? Oh, there's a guy involved in this one. September 3rd last year, a man had a loaded firearm hidden inside his rectum when he was booked into an Oklahoma jail this weekend, police report. 2 out of 3, Oklahoma. My immediate thought is, what kind of gun is it? Like with a Derringer pistol inside his body cavity. So pretty much the same as the first one. Concealed weapon contained a single round. So he's placing Russian bowlet. See, because it's like roulette. It's bowels. Nope. Blah, blah, blah. All it says is Derringer pistols, not any more specific than that. America. Oh, and you're giving me looks. This pistol might have the clap.
Is this a statement?
It's a clap gun. That's a good one.
That is. We're gonna have fun with this.
Oh, this is like photo quality.
Mm-hmm.
My best 80s attire. I don't have any 80s attire. I'm dressed like Motley Crue.
I was kind of thinking that. Maybe Nikki Sixx.
Just gonna be a vest, no shirt. Jeans with holes in them.
Real tight pants.
Yeah.
Combat boots.
Gotta have at least holes in the knees, you know. Maybe a headband. Really fluff my hair up.
Yeah. Just need a bandana up underneath the locks. Time for a smoke. Smoke on a pancake.
Where's it going? What's the point? Like them asking me that question was enough to go, oh, okay, I got this. Like, now I get it. And a problem I've always had, and that was a big theme of Wednesday too, was don't get married to the truth. Like, I have a hard time getting away from the truth.
Like, pile in all the facts.
Yeah, that's more my thing with I can't stand lying. Like I hate liars. I hate being a liar. I can't do it. It's just a joke. It's just telling a story. It's not serious. So I just have to jump out there with it. And Ashton actually always gives me really good ideas for my jokes. That like the counter PD stories that they were trying to kind of burgle on me that had nothing to do with. I was like, at the end of it, maybe I did do it. Like maybe I did commit the burglary. Like, let me go check out all the shit I got from this, and they didn't get me. Like, it's a good way to go with it. And then Sam was like, this is one of the few things I have in common with black guys. Cops are after me.
That would actually be the greatest deal. Go through all the bullshit hustle.
Yeah.
Man, they had me lined up. They had me cuffed. They had me in the back of the car. They patted me down. Man, all this shit. They finally turned me loose. Finally went home and watched fucking Smallville. Stolen.
Stole that shit from somebody else. I took out the Smallville part for a while. I don't know if I guess I need to leave it in because that really does add to my character. It adds to my character.
Just all the bullshit of making it look like you're wrongfully accused, and finally at the end of it go, yeah. And then I popped in my stolen DVD.
Yeah. Popped in my DVD of Smallville. Stolen. Burglarized. It's one of my favorite word ever is burgle. I love burgle. Burgle and bamboozle. They're just hilarious words to me. I burgled the shit out of that.
Those cops didn't put on the gloves. That would be the ideal to go through all the story of you wrongfully accused being harassed by the cops just for them to be right.
Yeah. It's a good turn. Yeah. So I got these are the tips I got Wednesday. I'm like, holy shit, that's how it works out.
That's actually a really good idea.
It's the ultimate into it. But also I have stuff. I have references like the way I wrote the story most recently. I have references to other things, so I can do callbacks. Like I'm trying to work out the nerd check joke. It's a standalone joke, but then I call back to it at some point with. It's the cop.
Several tags.
Yeah, the cop goes, should have run faster, and I go, should have run faster. Nerd check. Just a quick throw in right there, just to tag it and then run off. But correct his grammar, but because that's a good idea. As a point, Slade put is that I talk about how they pick me up, let me go, pick me up again, so that I get back to the. Don't even think about running now, because then I go through. You let me go, then you pick me up again, but I'm gonna wait till now. Like that's. At first he was like, I was like, why is he telling us that they picked him up again? And then he got to that point. He's like, okay, now I get it. So I just have to get to those moments faster. So my setups have always been ridiculously long. I use way too many words.
Telling the story is the hardest part.
Yeah, but if you tell a story, it's either got to be funny moments, smaller funny moments building up, or cut the words. You got to cut the bullshit. I have a hard time cutting shit out.
Well, just like Slim and her whole story getting pulled over with the posse and shit. Yeah. She didn't tell the whole story right up to the get out of the car.
Yeah.
It's hurry up and get to the.
Yeah. You got to get there as quickly as possible. So I have a hard. That's my biggest challenge in comedy is getting to that as quickly as possible. Okay.
Another day, it's another podcast. Welcome everybody.
Another day goes by.
And there's Adam Komar. Welcome to and the Whiskey Brothers.
Do it.
All right, bye.
Do it.
We'll see in a minute. Or whatever the fuck. All right. What?
Concealed weapon.
Oh. This is going to be good. I keep wanting to talk into my beer.
I was actually re-listening to Nerd Checked. I was trying to get I was trying to get the initial joke of that and to write the actual joke out. And it's in that episode where you're like, I tried to talk into my beer. It's in that episode. We ran with that for a bit.
Oh yeah. All right, going hot in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back.
I'm spicy.
We're all back. Damn it, we're back from the break. Hope you like the music. This just in. This is how I get. This is how I get my news. Speaking of Uncle Jerry, he has posted something up on the interwebs via Facebook. A 19-year-old Tennessee girl. This happened today, right? Was that today?
It was recent.
No, 22nd. It happened this morning.
Sure.
Probably the early hours of this morning. A 19-year-old girl from Tennessee was pulled over for expired license or some bullshit.
Well, you don't get pulled over for that.
Oh no, but they ran her plates, ran her license. Yeah, she's encroaching upon the law, and
yeah, I'm actually curious about what she actually got pulled over for.
Well, that's what it said. But anyway, the jailer female cop was patting her down. This chick's name is Dallas Archer, by the way.
That's a porn name.
Pride of Tennessee.
That is a porn name.
They're patting her down, and the jailer became alerted to something that was peculiar in her crotchal region.
Crotchal region? Is that the way they're worded?
Crotchal region is what I'm going to use.
I think you're reading the original article. I'm reading the link one.
No. Okay, so they pat her down. They find a loaded .22 Derringer pistol.
It's North American Arms .22 LR revolver, loaded.
In her vagina.
In the vagina.
So, yeah, this all stems from...
It's a clap gun.
It's a clap gun. What did you say earlier?
The concealed weapon.
Yeah, got her for concealed carry. Oh shit! Yeah, pulled her over in a 1994 Mustang, which was ransacked. Apparently, she'd stolen the gun.
Was it a Mustang?
Yeah, she had stolen the gun from she had burgled it from a car.
My favorite word.
Yeah, and the 70-year-old owner of the pistol said he would like it back after it was thoroughly cleaned with Clorox. So
I'm getting a bath and bleach.
Yeah,
is the wording that I found.
That's actually the quote: bath and bleach.
I just closed the article on mine.
Yeah, that's a syphilis pistol if I ever saw one.
That's what the syphilis badger uses. Syphilis beaver, because it's vagina. Right.
That's what I like my women to smell like. You know, if you get a stinky vagina, at least it smells like gunpowder. So that's not a horrible crime.
It smells like something went off.
Something went off up in here. Yeah. So.
But there's actually several stories. I'll say several. There's 3 that I found of people hiding guns in their body cavities. And I have to be that specific about it because there's 2 women doing that. The one we just talked about.
The one in Tennessee, and then there's one in Oklahoma.
There's
right?
also, have to find the other one. There's another one in, I believe it is Oklahoma. Yeah. This is Christine. Let me find her name again. Christine Dawn Harris, 28 years old. This was July 13th of July 8th of last year. Hit it was a different gun. I think it was a little bigger. Where the fuck was that gun? 22 Freedom Arms .22 caliber handgun. Which was loaded with 3 live rounds and 1 spent shell, which means she shot and then
stuck it up in there.
Yeah.
Where it's nice and warm.
Yeah, there's gunpowder residue on that vajay.
Oh, this just in. Dallas Archer's now got a jail cell nickname for Pistol Pooter.
Pistol Pooter?
Dallas Pistol Pooter Archer is her new jail cell name. This just did.
Here's another one. September 3rd last year, a man had a loaded firearm hidden inside his rectum when he was booked into an Oklahoma jail this weekend. Blastu, Oklahoma.
What an asshole.
His gun was a Derringer hand. All they say
it's
is
always a Derringer.
It's a Derringer handgun.
Well, I mean, they are pretty small, but still, sticking it up there, if the hammer gets caught, it could just fucking go off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a trigger guard. It's a dangerous little pistol. It's hard to hold on to.
I'm seeing no mention of lube.
Oh, God. It's Russian. Use Cosmoline.
What my favorite part of all of these, I gotta find it again. But they said it was about the. I don't know where it is. They would the first one.
Yeah, pistol pooter.
Yeah, Archer, Dallas Archer. Said she's charged with introducing contraband into a penal facility.
Yeah, some of the comments after this article
puns.
The puns are awesome.
Penile facility is more like it.
Penile.
Hashtag, am I right?
Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, this whole story. Years ago, there was one dude. He went to jail. He was so fat, he had a pistol stuck underneath one of his fat rolls. They didn't find it for months. The dude just carried it like in the shower and everything. He had that pistol. I think it only had one round in it. Like he was using it like for emergencies only.
Yeah, just in case I'm decide to kill myself.
Yeah, in case I try to get fucked.
Fuck this, I'm out.
I'm too fat to fight everybody off, so I'll just carry a pistol in jail. And if you're fat enough, you can hold it in one of the rolls.
Advantages to being fat.
Yeah, I guess.
All these stories we're reading about guns hidden in orifices is all in the Smoking Gun.
Yeah, this all came from the smokinggun.com. So
all three of these stories.
It's fucking retarded. Yeah, but seeing her mugshot, she looks like somebody who would stick a pistol in their shit. Yeah.
She didn't put it in her shit. She put it in her pooter.
Yeah. Dallas Pistol Pooter Archer.
Good times, good times.
I like it.
Everybody's got to get themselves off somehow.
Yeah.
As long as the gun doesn't go off.
Yeah. It's getting off half-cocked.
It's weird that someone named Archer is using a gun.
Yeah, it's not stereotypical of the Archer name.
Sorry, I'm taking notes over here.
Yeah, I can tell. Nah, I'm all for concealed carry, but if you gotta stick a gun in your any of your orifici,
I'm not down with that.
I'm not down with that either.
Yeah.
That seems pretty dangerous and reckless.
I don't care if it's a gummy version of guns. Like I'm still not sticking it up there.
Well, it's the whole deal. It's like I remember riding in days where I'd be riding in a car, we get pulled over, and somebody have to eat like a bag of pot, or like had to like do something with cocaine, or
you down it all. You don't shove it up your ass.
Yeah, like the ass is the last resort.
Exit only. Exit only.
Rigid things like a pistol don't go up there easily.
Yeah. At least with drugs, it's usually like it can form different
shapes.
shapes.
It's only a plastic baggie or a rubber balloon or something, that can easily be lubed and inserted slowly. But a gun, okay, I got pulled over. I got to do something with this gun. There it is. That's not because the only way it could have gone in there remotely okay is barrel first.
Yeah.
And that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
I mean, I would want to stick it in handle first, but just because I don't want the barrel pointing in that direction.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be comfortable. I mean, I think it's going to be comfortable either way.
No.
But I think barrel first would be more comfortable than handle first.
It would have to be.
I'm assuming. I've never done this. So,
I'm assuming she had to grab it by the handle and go right in there.
Yeah.
Into the cooch. Oh, revolver cooch.
That's like a prostitute revolver cooch.
Revolver cooch.
A lot of customers.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to start like tagging this and like hashtagging just like revolver cooch, pistol pooter. We'll just start going off on the hashtags. Loaded pussy.
If you were pulled over by the cops, where would you hide your illegal weapon?
Normally, let's see, what have I done?
Vagina and asshole come to mind last?
My guns are way too big. It's just the last time I got pulled over and I had a gun in my car was the field sobriety test. I threw my gun in a Jack in the Box bag and threw it on the floorboard. I was just like, that'll be the last spot.
I'm glad that was your first instinct.
That was my first instinct.
Yeah.
It was like refuse on the floor.
You went Jack in the Box bag or my asshole.
Then I looked at the gun and went Jack in the Box bag.
Yeah, Jack in the Box bag.
Well, I mean, most time when I go over to your place, I had my gun inside the pocket where I carry the microphones and everything.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if I need to get to it quick, it's a quick unzip.
Yeah.
And it's
and
there.
in my apartment, you might need to. So.
Well, I mean, it's just like, I got to walk a distance. A lot can happen from your apartment door to the truck.
Yeah,
you know,
got a lot of expensive equipment you're carrying.
Yeah, so I'm kind of protecting.
A pawn shop would welcome it.
Yes, any pawn shop would welcome my shit.
Yeah. But
for about $800 for the total.
Well, I want to get out of that apartment because it's like, even if I end up in another apartment, which is pretty likely, I still need to get out of this apartment. Yeah. Even if it's down the road, around the block, another apartment, still, it's not this apartment fucking complex. So.
Yeah. It sucks, but it's just a matter of, does the next one suck more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my favorite moment in this apartment complex so far is when I came around the corner and the maintenance man guy was there and he's like, holy shit.
There's another white guy.
Another white guy, and I didn't even know white people lived here.
I'm sure he was like, hey, you want to smoke crack sometime?
Meth. That guy and meth.
Well, you think meth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly.
I have my doubts, but I'm just saying.
Him, meth. The rest of the apartment complex,
crack.
But him, meth.
We just went white drug, black drug.
Oh, did I tell you about the guy that passed out in the parking lot?
No. Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, because HPD showed up.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. He rolled up, like, I was out of my car, like, cleaning out my car. Like, because I do that every once in a while. And HPD comes up, and he's like, you know what happened? I was like, no, I just got out of here, man. I don't fucking know. There was a guy out here a minute ago that was, like, dealing with him, but he went inside and gave up on him, I think. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. He probably took his wallet and left.
But dude just fucking fell out in the middle of the fucking parking lot for no reason.
That's fucking crazy.
By no reason, I mean there probably was one. Just don't know what it was.
Yeah, just we are not aware of the reasoning.
Yeah.
No, there's so much shit. Yeah, I hated apartment complexes. You know, I've lived in two.
That's it?
Yeah. That's how long it took me to go, fuck this.
I've lived in a lot.
I lived in my first apartment complex probably in 2005. I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to North Houston into a house. I was there for a matter of months with the ex, got out of that, moved back in with my folks. Then I moved in with Jana, unbeknownst to her. And I was in that apartment complex for like a year or two.
So you snuck into Jana's apartment?
I kind of just came over and spent the night.
You did the sneaky moving that women normally do?
I did. I reversed it on her.
Here's my toothbrush. Next week, here's my couch.
No, it was actually like it was kind of like a deadbeat musician move. It was kind of like, hey, I'm gonna leave you're not using this dining area, so I'm gonna leave some guitars in here because I got to practice during the week. So I came and I spent the night over at Jana's place a couple times, and then I just kind of never left. Yeah, and she was just like, so when are you going home? I was like, this is my home now.
I already gave up on my lease, subletting my apartment. First apartment I lived in was when I was in the 3rd grade, Forest Gate Apartments in Huntsville. Me, my mom, my sister, and stepdad crammed into a 2-bedroom apartment. Had to share a bedroom with my sister.
Jeez.
Which sucks. Actually, fun fact, had a Freddy Krueger nightmare in that apartment. I remember that one clearly. I used to sleep with a Ninja Turtles sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And that was my blanket. And I'd apparently been watching a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street during that period of my life.
Probably.
Yeah. So I'm sleeping, and the nightmare is I'm out of body, like looking at myself sleeping, and for no reason at all, Freddy Krueger's head pops out of the top of the sleeping bag, like where my head is, pops up there, and is doing his little taunt at me or whatever. And then hand and claw hand come out of the top 2 corners. His feet come out of the bottom corners. And then he goes to slash me. That's when I wake up and then toss the sleeping bag off of me and sleep no blanket for the rest of the night. Like, fuck this shit. No, that was a good nightmare.
I've been having a lot of weird nightmares.
And the thing is, you get Freddy Krueger in your dreams, like that fucks you up because that's where he works.
Yeah, that's where Freddy Krueger lives.
as cheesy as those movies were, like that was the best villain, like horror villain ever, because
you can't escape him. He's in your fucking sleep.
The movie, he's in your dreams. So if he's in your dreams in real life, you're like, oh fuck, it is really happening, and that fucks you up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. And see, my dreams, it's always really weird shit. Like the other night, it was like I was being.
Usually involves you pissing on something.
No. Well, I mean, those aren't nightmares per se. That's just the harsh reality of like, sad life.
Bad life, not bad dreams.
Yeah, but I was actually up there. I was up in like Washington State.
Get out of my dreams. Sorry.
And it was like me, Jana, Gemma, and my boss. We were all like we were all living in this trailer up in like. I mean, it's like old 1970 something like single wide trailer. I don't know why we moved up there. Clearly for the pot. So
Washington.
Yeah. So we're up there living in there, and I'm outside smoking, and I hear somebody scream, and I turn around, and I hear Janet start screaming, going, "It's inside! It's inside!" And I was like, "What's inside?" So I see
the gun inside the. Oh.
No. So I'm looking through the screen door. Down this trailer, and there's Gemma, and Gemma's walking towards me, and I'm like, "Hey, baby, come here!" And like behind her, like out of nowhere comes this fucking grizzly bear, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" So I'm like, "Come here!" And like she's like running towards me, and like the bear sees her, starts running after her. So like I grab her, and we go in this like mad dash, and like we're running around this, we're running around my truck. And, like, bear's behind me. I'm running with the kid. And, like, Jana's, like, screaming. I run over to Jana, throw the kid to her. I continue running around the truck with the bear, hot in pursuit. I finally jump in my truck, get my pistol, which I know is in my truck. Even in my dreams, I'm armed. and so, like, I bust out, like, the back window. The bear's trying to, like, come in through the windshield. So I bust out the back window. I climb up on the top of the truck, shoot the bear, like, 5 fucking times. So the bear goes down. I'm like, victorious. And no big deal. Bear dead.
No, you just killed the bear.
I just killed a bear. No big deal. So obviously it's like I killed the bear, and I'm like, hey, this pistol that I got, it's not really a bear killing pistol. I need to get another pistol which has a little more punch to it. So I go inside, and next thing I know, that they're all screaming for me to like get out of the trailer. There's another bear. It's a black bear this time, not a grizzly bear. And so I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I grab my 41 Magnum, which is a bear killing pistol. It shoots through schools. So like I run out to this white Ford Explorer, which everybody is in but me, and I'm running to it. The bear is running behind me again. This is where it gets weird. Like, the bear has, like, human tendencies. Like, I get into the passenger seat and go gun it and try to close the door, and I see these claws come in the side of the door where it won't close all the way, and the bear's, like, pulling the fucking door open, and its mouth is, like, there at the window, and it's starting to break the glass, and I'm like, fuck, because I can't shoot the bear and hold on to the door at the same time. Finally, I shoot through the glass, bear falls off, and we drive off, and I was like, weirdest fucking dream ever. I've never seen a bear in the wild, yet I'm being chased by them in my dreams.
I've had weird-ass dreams where, like, the scenery suddenly changes out of nowhere. Like, I'm in a neighborhood, and then I'm running down the street, and suddenly I'm in the desert with a military camp. And then I leave the military camp in the desert, and I'm suddenly back in the city at a convenience store.
You're teleporting.
It's not even teleporting. It's just like the scenery just changes. Like, I'm just going down the street, and then there's an extreme change in scenery, and then I end up at like Dollar General all of a sudden. What the fuck? It's some weird shit. I haven't had a dream like that in a long time. I haven't had weird dreams like that in a while, but that was the weirdest dream ever. There's people. It was during high school, so there was people that I knew in high school that were in the dream, and like one of them needed help, so I'm running around trying to get help, and I go from residential neighborhood to military camp in the desert back to Dollar General. Like, where the fuck is this going on? We in Nevada? What's going
something horrible. It's like, you remember those things when you're a kid, you push the button and the little slides keep rotating? That's kind of what I'm imagining.
The Viewmaster.
Yeah. You hit the button and you're like, whoa, hey, desert.
Yeah. Some weird shit sometimes.
Something else I've been thinking about like a lot. I want to do this poll on the internet. It's like, judge how well your life has gone by the occupations of your ex-girlfriends. Like, nowadays.
Yeah.
That might be a good character judgment on your part on how you've done with your life.
I'm processing that. I'm just thinking of the ex-girlfriends and what they're doing now, or at least that I'm aware of. Fucking Gage.
Sorry. Got alerted.
The big X is fat with 2 children, and she's ex-Navy.
What's her job now?
I don't know what her new job is. But all I know is, and both her and her husband are military, and her family hates her husband. I don't know what I think she's just stay-at-home mom at this point.
Well, I started thinking about that. I was like, if you look at all your exes and you look how they're doing now.
They live in Texas.
Well, George Strait song. You snuck in a country song on me.
And they do. It's factual.
Oh, mine do too.
Yeah.
But what's funny to me is I look at my exes and I look at the progression of them, and I look how I was in that frame of mind back then, and you look at where they're at in their lives now, and you're like, okay, let's see, one of these exes. Like my ex-wife, I have no idea. I hope she's dead. But, I mean, I have no idea what she's doing now. But, the last ex-girlfriend, she's a high school teacher. And, the other one's, a physical therapist. And I'm like, hey, that's not so bad. Yeah. But you get to that, and I've got, 8 that are all, Waffle House or Denny's waitresses. And I don't know what to judge on that.
I don't have that many exes.
I got a lot.
Yeah, my relationship patterns are few and far between.
Yeah, I started thinking about it. I was like, all these girls that I kind of used to have a thing for, they're all Denny's or Waffle House waitresses now. And I'm like, what does that say about me?
Yeah. You had a pattern for a while.
I did. I had a really trashy pattern there for a while. Yeah, I think that's
I don't think I've ever dated anybody that was in food service, at least not at the time that they were.
See, it's never at the time. It's like
that's what they're doing now.
That's what they're doing now.
As I got that ex, I got one now. She's going to college and getting married to some jackass out there.
El Paso.
Yeah. That one.
Fuck them.
See, there's one. I don't know what she's doing. I haven't talked to her in a while. Dated for a few months. It's actually years ago, but. I was significantly older than her even back then, and when I met her, she was 17, but barely, she was a month away from being 18, and she was all like, hey, let's meet up and hang out. Come on, we need to hang out. I was like, yeah, but you're only
18th birthday. 18th birthday.
You're only 17. Let's just wait another month or whatever. So, yeah. So we went out for a few months, and then there was things there that happened. But she's into photography. She's a photographer up in Dallas, and she's with some other guy up there. But I get stuck with either the artistic types or teachers. That's what I get.
Hey, teachers are wild, man.
Yeah, they deal with kids all day long, so then we get fucking sauced on a school night.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Grading papers and wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks, we got to take another break. Leaving with some more Randy Rogers Band. This one is
Trouble Knows My Name.
Randy Rogers featuring Willie Nelson. Trouble Knows My Name.
Oh, snap.
We'll see you right after the break.
Get out of my dreams. Get into my bed. Is that the line?
Into my car.
That's what it is. William Owens. You already replied.
Shit. We need to give him a shout out.
Yeah. I think I'm going to create an event on Facebook for May 1st.
Should.
Try to get some people to come out. You haven't put out an ad recently, have you, for us?
No.
We've been getting a slow boost in likes lately, and that was just surprising to me without an ad. So.
It's organic.
Create Me. 7-ish. No.
This is mine. High caliber pussy.
8684 Loretta Road. Come on, fucker. Invite friends. Invite friends. Fucking do it. Stupid Facebook app. Pushing my class too. I can do that.
Holy shit. 8:52.
What?
It's our likes.
Oh, yeah.
It was 8:48.
Yeah, we've been up a few this week. That's why I was confused. I was like, we don't normally
I haven't noticed that.
Start.
All right, another beer, another smoke.
your mom. Won't let me invite people.
What's the deal?
Like there was a cut in my leg with fucking name. that's also the first week where I was trying to do comedy showcase and jive at the same time. So I was fucking wiped. Just by the time I got to jive, I'm already going. I work all day, go from work, teaching my class from 9 to 3. I gotta get up at 7:30 in the morning to do that, and then straight from class, I go to the comedy showcase. I do the workshop. If I have time, I do the open mic, and then I drive up to jive. And I'm there until midnight at least.
Yeah.
I got in my car and I was just out. And I didn't pay for I paid for maybe 2-3 drinks. The rest, and there was a couple others that I got. Because people always buy me drinks there. I don't know what it is, but people always fucking buy me drinks there. So for one reason why I go up there, I had probably 6 beers and a $13 tab. So yeah, that's dangerous. But Ray was up there with his girlfriend or whatever, and she was drunk out of her fucking mind. She bought me a beer. All right. There's some shit I was saying, and I can see I was talking to her, and I would say something, and Ray gives you that. Yep, that's a comic response. Look, that's what a comic would say.
Ray, as in Vince Ray?
No, Ray, like David Ray's, like Ray.
That Ray.
Yeah, he was up there. Cheesy host Ray. Yeah.
I haven't seen him work at the showcase long.
No, he doesn't get work since the new management took over.
Probably smart. He needs to eat.
Although I'm actually surprised because the talent they're putting up is not that great. So. Friday Night Coleman did not do well at all. He was better Saturday night. They had him up. Barry had a whole month, which Barry's the most solid MC that they've had up there, and he's on my shit list at this point. But fuck him in his face. But we can talk about that. They've had Victor Tran, I think, did a month. John Wynn, I think, did a month. No, Victor, I don't know. Maybe it was John Wynn. They're both Asian. They look all the same to me because I'm racist. John Wynn definitely had a month. Jimmy Jam, he's solid, and he did a month.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a short list of comics that I don't want to have anything to do with anymore. They put themselves on the list because they're fucking idiots. But about 2 of them on the list at this point. But fucking jackasses. But we can talk about it. Seeing what they put up and knowing what I can do, I'm like,
we're all back.
To be arrogant,
Damn it,
but
we're back from the break.
this.
Hope you like the music.
My name?
Randy Rogers featuring Willie Nelson. Trouble Knows My Name.
Oh, snap.
We'll see you right after the break.
Everybody knows my name, but I don't know. Actually, let's go into the NYPD thing, and then I can bounce from that to what I have to say about that shit. The other assholes.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure we can cover a segment with all that. I think we can do it. I believe. You can have your bullet back.
We can also talk about our live recording.
What?
We can also talk about the live recording.
Yeah, that's all good in the hood. As long as we get the episode out.
Yeah, do that.
Well, I might pull both of them up later this week. That way it gives us time to the word out.
Sure.
Close.
Not clothes. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I hate you.
I hate you more.
Speaking of things I hate.
Yeah, we're gonna roll right into the we hate cops situation.
Well, it's not even that. It's not me hating cops or you hating cops.
It's people.
It's everyone hating cops. Because NYPD tried this whole bullshit Twitter campaign of, hey, give us a picture of you with NYPD, and they wanted these all like thumbs up hugs with the cops pictures is what they wanted.
Yeah.
And they even have a hashtag for it.
It was a publicity boost that went horribly wrong.
Hashtag my NYPD, but it was all pictures of like people getting the fuck beat out of them by NYPD.
Yeah, police brutality.
Yeah, all that stuff, and just went off, and it didn't turn out the way they thought it would. So
yeah.
You might want to consider your current reputation before you try to put that out there on people. So.
Well, yeah. I
expected picture after picture of Occupy Wall Street, like just
people getting maced in the face.
Yeah, but didn't turn out well for them. So. If you're gonna run a social media campaign, you should probably.
I did like the one photo that they had like for it. It was like there was this guy on the ground clearly screaming his brains out.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a cop on a scooter.
Yeah, it's not a motorcycle. It was a scooter.
It's a moped. Maybe 125 pounds, maybe 200 with the cop on top of it.
Not much different from the scooter I had when I was in Florida. So I know, like, I could lift that thing on my own.
Clearly, the front wheel had rolled over one of his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's screaming his...
He was like Peter Griffin on Family Guy. Ah!
Yeah. But this dude was clearly a bitch, and like there's like 1,800 people with cameras like alongside him taking pictures of the whole event, and I'm like, okay,
everybody had their cry phone out.
Yeah, police brutality, I get that, but that's your go-to picture.
Yeah. Well,
stop being a pussy.
There was one that like the cop had like his knee on a guy's neck, like get a kink in your neck, we can work that out for you.
Yeah.
And there was what the other one was. There was 3 of them they used. It was a guy that was on his stomach. They were handcuffing him, but there was like 3 cops on his spine. Like,
oh fuck.
So like there was the one you're talking about was like that was fucking weak. That
was really weak.
The other 2 were pretty strong as far as police brutality goes. Like, why did you have to do that? That wasn't necessary.
It's always the big time cops. You hardly ever hear about the small town brutality.
Yeah.
It's always...
Which is the worst, usually.
Usually it is because they get away with a lot more. Like,
it's not going to make national news.
I know a Baytown police officer that I don't go to that part of Baytown anymore because of his ass.
Yeah.
Like, he handcuffed me to a merry-go-round in the park at like 2 a.m. and beat the fuck out of me.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
I moved out of Conroe for a reason.
Yeah, he was an old-school cop. He was just like, hey, you got pot on you, and... don't ever come over here slinging your dope again. And I didn't. I mean, I was like, that worked.
Yeah. These days they have to be so careful because there's too many paranoid people with cameras. So everybody records their shit now.
Oh yeah, everybody records everything now.
Yeah, dude, if I ever pulled over by a cop again, my phone's on camera mode immediately because I'm that paranoid.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about social media going wrong for the people that need it to go wrong.
Yeah.
So. That's what I've been getting a lot of people bitching at me lately. I would say lately, it's been a while. But I'm on Facebook a lot because with teaching defensive driving during breaks and videos, I've got Facebook and Twitter pulled up in the office, so I'm sitting there bullshitting on there.
Yeah.
And then in my spare time, I'm working on my Android app, so of course I've got Facebook and Twitter pulled up in other windows, and I have a dual display at my apartment, so I've got programming window on one display and then social media on the other, so I can sit there and see notifications pop up as I'm going.
Yeah, you're going pro nerd.
Yeah, I'm super nerd. But
he sees all, knows all.
People bitching and complaining about me using social media for the purpose intended for social media, like bullshit about this jackass Barry Laminack said that to me a day or 2 ago. Sometimes I think you post just to see your own words. I'm like, no, it's social media. I'm socializing. That's what it's for, you fucking moron. Because people say shit like that because they don't understand what I said, and instead they want to pin it on some other bullshit. They're fucking assholes.
I see you posting all day long.
All day long.
You're just
because it's social media.
You're doing nothing any different than the rest of the fucking world is.
People get pissed off about that stupid shit. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. That's what it's for.
If he wants to do some good, you should probably like tackle the teenagers that are posting the selfies,
the pointless selfies, or the Instagram photos of food,
or the emoticons of "I'm bored." And that's their post.
That's it, yeah.
We should.
But I'm the problem when I'm actually evoking thought. And that's the problem.
You're putting thoughts out there, which that's what the status bar is for.
Yeah, and that's what he posted. I was responding to his. I was commenting on his because of you when somebody. If you're posting something, then you obviously want
people
response.
to see it.
Yeah, you want an interaction of some kind. He put something about it was Easter, so we're posting all kinds of bullshit. Comedians posting all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah.
He put something about how people...
Bo started going off on the whole Hail Hydra shit for a long time.
Yeah, that's fucking Captain America. I saw that too. But Barry put up some shit about people wanting to keep the Christ in Christmas, but then they have something, and then there was some relation to Easter there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I want to keep the Ishtar in Easter.
The Ishtar?
Because the actual original pagan holiday, and there's a few references to, because that's what Christianity does. It takes other cultures' holidays and incorporates it into its own.
And it makes it fun for kids.
It makes it easier to incorporate other people into Christianity. It makes it easier to accept it. That's the whole point of it.
And corporations.
Yeah, it bring everything in.
Candy companies love it.
Integration is the way to get people to believe your bullshit. So,
yeah.
I put out, and it's actually the way Ishtar is pronounced. It's actually pronounced Easter, but it's Ishtar, so Ishtar the difference. But
Jewish Passover and shit like that.
And his bullshit was that didn't even make sense. Sometimes I think you post just to see your own words. I'm like, do you not know the fucking origin of the holiday, moron? You know why bunnies and chocolate are in there? Because that was the symbols of the goddess is Easter. That's what that is. It's a pagan holiday. But there's also references to the German, I don't know how to say it exactly, Eoster, something like that, or there's another reference to Alstera. There's about 3 or 4 other cultures that have that.
Behind every Christian holiday, there is a pagan holiday accompanying it.
That's where the Christmas tree comes from. It's a pagan holiday. It's a pagan celebration of winter solstice.
It is. And the only reason that Christians really embrace it in the first place is it's something happy to do with your kids.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't care. Celebrate whatever.
It's been like that forever. You're not going to change it now.
But don't be a jackass when somebody actually brings that up. Like,
no,
stupid. So there's a short list of local comics that they're on my shit list of just I don't want to deal with you at all. There's 2 at this point, and Barry's one of them.
Yeah, at least you have a short shit list.
Yeah, if you're going to be an idiot, I don't want to deal with you. So you can have your opinions, and they can be wrong, and I don't care. But
I don't think I've ever met him. I don't.
He's a good comic. He's solid. He's funny, and he's a good host, and there's nothing against him for that. But you're gonna be fucking an asshole and an idiot for no fucking reason. I got no reason to deal with you at all. So
no.
There's 2 on that list at this point. So.
Let's see. If I had to take a stab at another, I'd go.
You don't know him.
No?
Michael Day or Michael D-Day or whatever the fuck that idiot is. He was one of the idiots that was defending being an idiot and an asshole at open mics. Because there was when I was hosting Little J's one night, there was one jackass, I'm not going to miss his name because it's not worth fucking mentioning, but he was playing Pac-Man at the front of the room, which is right next to the stage.
Yes, it is.
So he's up there playing that the entire night, playing this Pac-Man and Big Buck Hunter, and it's right next to the stage. There's a couple other comics who mentioned that while they were on stage, and he still didn't fucking get the point. So when it was his turn to go on stage, which he was towards the end of the night, I go, well, I don't give a fuck. It was a horrible intro. It was just like, fuck him. He's been playing Pac-Man all night, so here's this guy. And then I just handed the mic off to him. And then he just proceeded, of course, to bitch about the way I introduced him, whatever. I'm like,
that's what you get.
You are heckling comics, and you're a comic. You should fucking know better. So the Michael guy tried to bring that up as if I was the asshole in that situation. You're defending a comic and disrupting a comedy show? You're a fucking asshole.
You were the one that's inconsiderate. Clearly you didn't get that at the time. No.
So that's my shit list at this point.
Okay.
I feel righteous in that. I don't give a fuck if I am or not.
Those are actually pretty justified. I don't see a problem with that.
So it's a short list. I don't put anybody on that list for no. They put themselves on that list is what happens. Fuck those people in their faces.
Yeah,
Barry is otherwise a nice guy, but when he said that shit, I was like, fuck you. You're an idiot. I don't care anymore.
Oh, you've heard, you've seen my Facebook interactions with people online. I've had goes around. I've had some almost full out blown. I'll meet you somewhere to whoop your ass from Facebook. One of them was
Theo.
Who?
When we got that shit started with Theo, when I was talking about Kevin Hart, and then you and Theo got tied up.
Was it Theo? Yeah, and I liked Theo. That,
he unfriended me. So from some shit I said, he's you're unfriended. I mean, whatever. I put up some generalization. I can't say the word. Generalization about minorities.
Yeah.
And he was, you're unfriending. He commented, I'm unfriending you for this. Okay. Fucking take the fucking stick out of your ass, moron. I don't care.
Nah, that's whatever. I was trying to remember who that was, and there was somebody on Trey Henderson's friends. one of Trey Henderson's
really?
friends.
You don't get along with Trey Henderson's friends? Because he seems in your genre.
He kind of is, like, and even Trey at the time was kind of like, guys, y'all are kind of on the same deal. And I was like, I know he doesn't see that. So like, I just kept on. But as soon as Trey was like, hey, you need to get this off my feed, and I was like, hey, my bad. No due respect.
Yeah.
I backed off. That dude just kept going. I was like, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
If Trey's gonna,
if he said something to you, he probably said something to the other guy too.
Well, he said it in the feed, so I was just like, hey, no disrespect. See, whatever. I was like, hey, whatever. But me and that guy he was like, where are you gonna be at? I was like, I'll meet you in the Walmart parking lot. Just fucking wait on me. It's gonna take a while. But
call me up so I can like Vine that shit or something.
Oh God. Well, there were that shit that you posted and then went to sleep. And that's when me and Theo got into it, and I was just like, where the fuck is Adam?
That's fucking. What people don't get is that if I'm posting on Facebook, it's bullshit nonsense. Like it's not anything. I got myself in trouble a little bit actually.
People take shit so serious on Facebook.
Easter. Did you see the bullshit I was posting on Easter?
Oh yeah, I was just like, fucking Adam.
The thing I put about uptight assholes in the storybook and all that. Did you see that?
You posted a lot. I don't know if that's all that one.
I was basically saying, Happy Easter to everybody who's not an uptight asshole, regardless of what your storybook tells you to do, whatever. Like, I was actually a positive sentiment to everybody who's not a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Later in the day, I texted Casey to say, Happy Easter, and she threw that shit back in my face. And I was like,
well, fuck you too.
Yeah. I was like, okay, my wording could have been clearer, but the point was just a positive sentiment towards everyone who's not a fucking asshole.
You gotta understand, Adam. Nobody gets your positive sentiments.
They don't.
A lot of your shit, like I say on Facebook, and like I've had people go, "What's the deal with Adam?" I'm like, he's just fucking being Adam.
Just fucking around.
I know how to take you.
Yeah.
You and me have been like around each other
doing this
long
enough.
We know.
Yeah.
But that's also what almost gets our ass beat in bars. Is your smart ass, I'm smarter than you in this conversation bullshit.
I'm actually putting out a positive sentiment, but it's to everybody. It's only to the people who are actually positive. It's not to the people that are.
Your positive sentiment comes with smart assery.
I'm intentionally excluding the negative assholes, and those are the people who want to beat my ass because they're negative assholes. And I tried to get that across to Casey, but I don't think it hit at all.
Well, see, it's like the whole deal with like the Bill Hicks deal. We didn't like what you said. Well, forgive me.
Oh, forgive me.
Well, see, that I have a problem with that. I'm a bad Christian. I'm going to hit you.
Yeah. Well, forgive me.
Oh, forgive me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe after I beat you, I'll forgive the whole. Like that's me.
Yeah.
I'm not a good Christian. I don't claim to be. But that's the whole deal. If you want to use that, as a barrier and a defense, it's not going to work with me.
Yeah. But it's not. Well, forgive me. That's rational. But
it's rational.
But someone's response to that is not going to be rational.
No.
Oh, you said I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
They don't even have that thought process. It's a knee-jerk reaction of you said something I don't like, boom, in your face. Like.
Well, a long time ago, going to comedy clubs, you realize that people are spouting their opinions and their take on life.
Yeah.
So you have to be willing to accept, not accept, but shake off whatever the fuck they say.
Tolerate.
They're going to have some funny points, and they're going to have some shit that you don't agree with. I never buy in fully to any fucking comic.
Right? No, you shouldn't.
No comic is exactly my same train of thought.
Right.
But I understand funny.
Right.
And if something comes across funny, I'm going to laugh at it, even if I think you're an asshole for your opinion.
Right.
That's what I love about Stan Hope.
Well,
that's what I love about Bill Hicks.
Sometimes the response is, you're a jackass. Like you're laughing while it's calling them an asshole.
But
at the same time.
Like if you go to a comedy club, you need to have that mindset. These people might offend you,
yeah.
but they're going to throw some funny shit out there too.
Yeah.
And you need to take that as well.
But a good comic knows how to maintain that balance. Where like, I hit on this, but I'm back over here with what I believe in too. So you have to balance that shit out.
Well, I mean, a good comic will totally cover
the bases.
Comical suicide and come back from it. You know, it's
one of my favorite Patton Oswalt bits ever is when he's talking about if you're really a master of comedy or whatever. I don't know the exact wording that he uses, but if you've reached the pinnacle of comedy, like you should have to like dig yourself into like the worst hole possible.
The dark hole.
And then come back out of it like, you know what? Hitler was right. And then just come back. You have to dig yourself out of that hole. Like that's how far like if you're a master of comedy, you should be able to do that.
Yeah, it's understandable. And you know that I've seen a lot of people get pissed off, walk out of comedy clubs.
Oh yeah.
And
I've seen some people escorted out by security.
I've seen both. But my whole deal is like for the most part, I'm on the comedian side. If somebody starts,
it's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
You got to take it as, he's speaking his opinion, but he's here to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Like that's what he's getting paid for.
Yeah.
The problem happens when you're playing these little shithole bars, and my favorite one is the Comedy Showcase, and I love going there. But there's people who come there from all over. They come from Santa Fe, Texas. They come from Dayton.
There's not many comedy clubs left in this area of Texas.
No.
So you have to drive far to get to an actual comedy club.
You have to drive far. You're dealing with these people that they're working class people. They have worked their ass off all week.
That's something for a comedian to consider is that they're working hard to make enough money so that they can buy a ticket every once in a while to see a good comedy show.
Or get a free ticket where they're going to spend a shit ton of money on drinks to forget the week ever fucking happened.
Yeah.
You know, they're there for a good time. But
God, I got to message Ed to make sure he covers this shit Wednesday.
Yeah, but I mean that's the truth of it. The people that keep comedy clubs going aren't the wide-minded people that are ready for all types of comedy.
No, they make it out every once in a while.
Yeah.
They're working off a shitty week.
Yeah.
And they want to laugh. They just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
So.
And your job is to make them chuckle. And it doesn't go as planned all the time.
Mike Birbiglia is in town this week.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And he's one of
Maria Bamford is here tomorrow night.
Owen's opening up for her.
I heard.
But
I love Maria
awesome.
Bamford.
Yeah, Maria Bamford, awesome. But Birbiglia got interviewed by Houston Chronicle. And he put some shit in what he said about how he doesn't like comedy clubs because his words are very important. You have to listen to every word that he says in order to get what he's saying.
Which are easily overlooked in comedy club.
Because he's very soft spoken.
Yeah.
He's not a high energy comic at all. He's a storyteller and he's there in the moment. And sometimes you have to just kind of this is what I'm saying. This is what you do. But that will get overshadowed by hecklers in a comedy club. And Andy Huggins actually posted in the Houston Comics group basically quoting him from the article, saying that he's like, yeah, me too. My words are important too, but I still overcome that in a comedy club. Like I like Birbiglia, but Huggins had a good point of going, that's your job to overcome that. It's a comedy club. That's what it's for. You're supposed to.
Don't make it your handicap.
Yeah, you have to overcome the bachelor party or the drunken asshole or that's your job.
And if you believe that your words are important, you're in the wrong fucking business.
They could be important, but if you really think they're that important, then you have to learn how to overcome the distractions to make them recognizable beyond that.
Yeah. See that cocky mentality of my words are important. You need to listen. Fuck you, dude.
If you really think they're that important, then you'll do what it takes to keep their attention.
If you think your words are that important, you should be a writer, not a fucking stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I mean, write them down, put them in a book. People will read them if somebody really wants to understand and really take your words seriously. They can take it word for word.
Which he has actually. He's used every medium to get his story out. And it's the same story. Sleepwalk with Me is a movie he did based on he's basically playing a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
But he's a stand-up comic that gets these road gigs, and then he has a sleepwalking problem where he jumps out of a window at a hotel and gets fucked up really bad because he jumped out that second floor window.
Fuck.
There's some issues there. My Girlfriend's Boyfriend is his latest special, and it's a great special. It's the format that I love. It's a one-man show, one big story, but he does smaller bits before that big story to try to lead up to that, and he does callbacks within that. It's that you understand who he is, and then he gets to that big story, so you understand everything he's saying because of the stuff he used to lead up to.
Right.
It's my favorite format. It's him. He's done it. John Lee Was Almost Freak. Like it's the one-man play sort of thing. And I love all that, but when he said that in Houston Chronicle article, I went, "You're kind of a dick."
Kind of a dick. Kind of a dick.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I take it. Yeah, it's great. Like in a comedy club, I love listening to the words, but you've got to be ripping and tagging on your jokes, keep the laughs going, or else it's just gonna die. Like my favorite comic to watch, who I got to watch several times, and I was lucky to, was Ron Schock.
Oh, absolutely. He's a storyteller comic, and he worked before he died. He worked the shit out of clubs.
Yes, he did.
He was the storyteller comic.
And I love that type of comedy because growing up, when you're in a family like mine, storytelling comedy was kind of like all there was that people got a kick out of.
That's the redneck comedy.
It is
telling a story.
Telling a story.
You'll have some random redneck telling a story as if they actually happened to them, and they do it totally convincing, even though it did not happen to them at all.
Oh,
rednecks are great at that.
Well, it's great because you can make up any fucking story you want to. It doesn't have to be factual. Ron Schock got most of his shit just out of the fucking newspaper clippings.
He did the newspaper stories. He also, but he had a lot of his when he was a cat burglar and Like he's got
all
a lot of
shit.
Real life stories, but he'd pull a lot of shit out of the newspaper. Yeah, he would just look that up.
But the way he would tell it is the comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and he's telling the story how people would write it, and then hitting on the obvious shit that's overlooked. My favorite one is like how he's talking about he shot himself with a .22 rifle, bolt action. You realize how hard it is to shoot your fucking self with a .22 rifle.
With a rifle, period.
Ron Schock's joke was
anything with a long barrel.
Yeah, he's like it's 5 fucking feet long. So he shot 7 times in the chest, and this rifle is laying by his side. Do you not see the fucking irony? And he'd have to go bam, and pick it back up, reload, and do it again. I mean, that shit cracked me up. It's just the obvious shit that you read over and go, oh, wow. No, you missed some shit.
Yeah.
Here's the
If you're not laughing, you missed it.
Yeah, if you're not laughing, here's why you should be laughing right now. And he did a great way of telling the story.
We need more of those comedians, man.
We do,
those guys.
Because those guys are a dying breed.
Yeah.
Any blue collar comedy guy, it's almost a dying breed anyway. You don't see any new guys coming up like that.
Blue collar has a bad stigma now because of the Jeff Foxworthy crew.
Of course it does.
Ron White, solid, but Larry the Cable Guy.
Ron White's been solid solo for years.
Yeah, but it's the other 3 that they're all gimmicky. They're all,
of course.
They latch onto that.
Well, gimmicks just Jeff Foxworthy started the whole redneck gimmicky thing.
You might be redneck.
Redneck, and then here's your sign.
Ingval has here's a sign. Larry Cable Guy's get her done on every fucking joke.
Ron White is actually a dirty comic, and he had to clean his shit up to get in with those guys for the tours.
Right.
But after the tours and the show, Ron White went right back to his solo shit.
Yeah, well, You Can't Vic Stupid was huge when he did that. I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't heard shit from him in years.
He's constantly touring.
Yeah, I know he's working, but
he's doing USO. He's going. He's hitting Vegas. He's busy.
Actually, that just reminded me of USO. I saw a clip of Robin Williams doing comedy with the USO, and there's a bad stigma with Robin Williams amongst comics because he
stole everything.
He steals a lot of shit. But
has he got to the L's yet?
He's not respectful to comics, but he'll at least be respectful to the military. And he was doing USO over there, and he was doing his set, and out of nowhere there was horns going off or something. Something happened, and the entire audience stood up, backs to him, saluting what was going on. They were hats off and holding to chest, whatever. And he shut the fuck up. Robin Williams was shut the fuck up, and he didn't know what was going on. So he just put the mic down, held it down.
Just waited.
Just waited. And then, after that moment was over, they all sat back down, turned back to him, and he goes, I've never had an entire audience stand up and turn their backs to me before. Like,
at the same time.
All just at the same time. Like, what the hell's going on? And he was like, what was that about? Like, what was going on? And they explained it. I don't remember what it was, but they explained it to him what it was. He's like, oh, okay. And like, he was totally respectful, but still, it's Robin Williams, and he steals material, but he was still funny in the moment. He still managed to turn that around. But that's a comic. Like, maybe even though he's hacky because he steals shit.
Robin Williams had to grow into being a comic because he stole everything to become one.
Yeah, I actually did like Weapons of Self-Destruction or whatever it was that he did.
Yeah.
You have to take everything he does with a grain of salt because you
don't know where it came from.
Yeah, every joke you have to go, okay, who did he take that from? Even if he bought it, like who did he buy that from? Like you still have to. Yeah, it was fun, but as a comic, you're going,
where'd that come from?
Yeah,
you have to. You have to do that with several comics. But hey, folks, we got to call it a night. It's been fun hanging out with you. It's been fun. We talk serious pretty much through the whole episode.
Whatever. That's what we do. We talk whatever comes up.
When it's me and Adam, we start drinking and we start getting into serious roots details and shit. When we have a third, we have a distraction.
At least it's real.
At least it's real. Yeah. And folks, we will see y'all.
Grams over there. I'm gonna eat or something.
Oh, dude, this is CT Crunch. Get
that's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes, get you some.
Stealing Gemma's shit.
Yeah, it's good to have a kid around.
Several weeks where I've stolen Gemma's food.
Hey, we'll see y'all next week. And if you're in the Houston area, come out to our live recording going on at
Jive Bar and Lounge.
Jive Bar Lounge happening on Louetta, back
8684 Louetta Road.
Up in Spring, Texas. We're going to be there
May 1st.
May 1st, Thursday night around 7.
May 1st? May 1st.
I'm thirsty.
It's a Thursday.
It's going to be May. We're going to be thirsty. Next Thursday.
It'll probably be this Thursday by the time this episode gets out.
Probably so.
May 1st, Thursday.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.-ish at Jive, 8684 Louetta Road.
Yeah, it should be cool. We will see y'all out there. As always, stay locked and loaded. Go check out BloodyGunClub.com and all of our media. Check us out on Facebook. Will Owens, you finally get your shout out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot
about it.
I forgot about
William Owens?
William Owens. That's my buddy Will.
Yeah.
He actually got an episode titled
Four Guys, One Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yep. All right. We will see y'all later. Have a good week. Bloody Gun Club out.
Good thing because my battery's running low.
Could have plugged in.
Show titles. Clap gun.
Oh, dude, I've got a ton on the Facebook page.
Concealed weapon. Dallas pistol pooter archer. Or high caliber pussy. It's all in the same story. But what do you mean you got a ton on the Facebook page?
Look at the article.
People posting comments?
No, me. Hashtag the shit out of it.
I'm so happy about that. Sorry.